Hi, everyone. My name is Ester Huang, and I'm a co-contributor of Voyager One community. And there's one thing I need to let you guys know is that our CEO or founder of Voyager One Lab was supposed to stand here and share this talk to you, but he's now coping with COVID after he landed on Montenegro. So let me give a brief introduction of what is Voyager One Lab and what we have been working on. So I hope you guys enjoy your stay in Montenegro and be sure to have a chill trip in such a beautiful country. Yeah, so let's begin. Yeah, so I think maybe many of you haven't heard a lot about Voyager One community, but no worries. Here are some pre-histories I will share with you guys to know us better. Yeah, the founders of the Voyager One Lab, he started to get involved with Ethereum since 2016. And inspired by Ethereum's ambition to build a world computer, he started the first blockchain team in Tencent, which leads research and development for Tencent's blockchain sector. And then his team started to work with the taxation bureau to initiate a blockchain program for invoice issuance. And then in 2019, they started the early explorer for on-chain blockchain-based gaming, and over 200 million transactions were processed in 2020 for first blockchain-based gaming. Yeah, in 2016, we invited Vitalik to visit the headquarter of Tencent in Shenzhen. And Vitalik, he shared a lot of his insights on what is Ethereum able to do, and Ethereum's technical map, including proof of stake, scalability, the technologies, privacies, etc. And we have seen some of the issues are still being worked on today, and some of the progresses have been merged into today's Ethereum protocol. So after all this community engagement, more and more users and our colleagues, developers, they got more interested into Ethereum and joined our community. So to boost the momentum, we started to doing some education stuff among leading tech companies in China. We were writing tutorial articles and videos and spread them among the internal forums in leading companies like Tencent and China Telecom. Yeah, so the Voyager One team gathers a lot of talents in leading companies, like what previously from the Tencent blockchain sector, who is a founding member and co-developer of this team I just introduced to you. And we have architect from China Telecom Cloud, and also security professional from the second largest e-commerce company in China. And this is a group of people who share great passion for crypto and Ethereum. So it's predictable that we came into a lot of difficulties when we are doing education among those big tech companies in China. And many of the products actually were presented under the consortium blockchain architecture. And it's worth to mention that the community never ceased to explore and spread their research into public blockchain researches and the Ethereum technologies. Yeah, so I'm glad to share our first public good product is Upgrade.io. And the original impulsions of the team to do public good or education stuff is that we want to lower the threshold for common users or potentially interested users who's gonna start exploring Ethereum. Yeah, and this upgrade.io is a tool built for Ethereum layer 2 upgrade education and a network status monitor. You can see in the right. We did this by producing and aggregating educational and informational contents for those who share little knowledge about Ethereum or layer 2s. And we've got a fun quiz challenge for the community to get engaged and test their knowledge about this upgrade. And you can see in the middle part, there is network status dashboard. This represents the data for Ether deposit and the withdrawal liquidity post-Shapella upgrade. And we also have beacon chain staking rate and how validator, exit, and entry is processed in a minute. And we're also aggregating many community contents or trending topics for the community to get engaged. So we all know that mini upgrades or hard forks always coming up with small or big changes, and it's usually associated with many stakeholders in the ecosystem, validators, developers, users, and service providers. So it's very important to be aware of how the network is going to iterate. So that's one of our original impulsions to do this. So apart from the public good side, the Voyager One lab is also helping Web2 and traditional business and startups to get on board with Ethereum by equipping with deeper understanding of development on Ethereum and better secure their business with Ethereum-based security and transparency. Yeah, and we will also be providing Web3 native solutions for traditional use cases or applications. Yeah, let's take this on-chain accounting, for example. Actually, we believe it will be an inevitable use case for this industry, and there will be huge demand because, as we can see, many transactions are happening off-chain and are being processed off-chain nowadays. But imagine if we could run a traditional and paper-based ledger for off-chain transactions, and we can put the results on-chain. And here are where the DK technology is coming to play its part. We can improve our financial condition with DK technologies. And this is a possible workflow for how DK stars can function in an on-chain accounting system. To put in simple words, we can get the original financial data recorded and audited off-chain. And then we can use the relayer to generate DK stock proofs based on specifically designed circuit and constraints, and prove the raw financial data meets those defined constraints. And then those snark proofs could be committed on-chain so that other nodes can prove it. So here we are, on-chain transparency and accountability, because of course, with no need to disclose every detail of our transactions, because nodes and verifiers can validate those proofs without any knowledge of the original input. So apart from the privacy favor, there are many other well-known benefits for using the snarks in on-chain accounting system. For scalability, it's proven that the snarks could significantly reduce the storage cost on the blockchain. yeah, and which will enable a more efficient processing and storage process for your financial. I'm sorry. And for startups or organizations, the founders will be able to keep a dynamic track of their financial conditions, like their balance sheet, their cash flow, their budget, so that this will enable founders to make more rational in time and more efficient decision makings. To us investors or users, we could get real-time access to those financial data of centralized exchanges or capital ventures, so that we can make more like in-time or more informed decisions about our financial decisions or investment decisions. Yeah, so this on-chain accounting system will be one of our solutions provided to those organizations, enterprises, or investors. So if anyone get interested in this, or you find any synergies in this, please just come to us. Do not hesitate to engage with communication, or you can reach out to us through this contacts. Yeah, and there's one thing we will never give up to do is the public good, and we do need more contributors to join us along the way. So thank you, and if anyone gets interested, just come to us. Thank you. Hope you enjoy your rest of the time.